Hey, it's Josh, and in this video I wanted to talk about the idea of using permission slips to access our true nature. Now, I just recently heard the term permission slips used by a medium or a channel, someone who apparently channels higher consciousness of some form, who goes by the name of Bashar. And he talked about permission slips being some form of practice such as breath work or meditation, or it could be psychedelics, or it could be yoga, or it could be being in nature, or crystal therapy, or whatever it is, but that we use as an excuse, so to speak, for awakening or for connecting with our true self, or our authentic nature. So it's basically a permission to be yourself. So someone that was able to access a higher level of consciousness through meditation, and they connected with a deeper, more profound sense of themselves, self-realization, so to speak, may insist that meditation is necessary for accessing that level of awareness or awakening. And someone that had that same sort of experience through psychedelics or through yoga or whatever that may be, may believe that that's the answer. Now, the key point that Bashar illustrated, which I really agree with, is that the method that you use to access this higher awareness, this awakening, so to speak, wasn't necessary in and of itself. It's just that that's what worked for you in particular. And that we can open ourselves to this higher levels of consciousness, or this self-realization without that, but because we like to play these mental games with ourselves, we think there has to be steps that we need to take to do so, to get permission to have this realization. Now, having said that and realizing that this is the case, I do believe that there are a couple of very important considerations to take into account. One of them being openness. You need to be open to whatever the experience is, whatever the method or the practice that you're using. So openness is the key point. And the second one being surrender. You need to completely surrender, which is definitely related to being open versus closed. But you need to surrender into whatever the experience or practice or the method that you're using, completely let go into it. Now, surrender can have sort of a negative connotation in some ways. You think you're giving up to it, or you're losing. I'm surrendering. A way I like to look at it is that sort of incorporates this aspect of allowing or openness along with surrender or letting go, is the term yielding. Your yielding sort of seems to incorporate the idea of letting go along with the idea of allowing. So you yield into the experience. So if you can find something that resonates with you, some practice or method, you open yourself completely to experience, and then you yield to what it has to offer to you. This can be a tremendous catalyst for personal transformation and self-realization. So I just wanted to share that. I always sort of looked at it as catalyst. That was the term I used, and upon hearing Bashar reference the term permission slips, I thought that was just perfect. The idea that we can use these permission slips to access what is already always available to us. I hope you find this idea interesting and you found this video helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you post your questions and comments down below, and I will get back to you. And until next time, stay awake.